Toggle C to move around stealthily. This makes it hard. Wait, I just read this last time. Kind of fitting considering we're safe scumming. Here's hoping that a painkiller won't kill me. Unfortunately, I do need to deal with this exhaustion. Wait, it made my health go up? I think that thought these things were supposed to reduce my health. Maybe there's like a line that if you're above it, it makes your health go down, and if you're below it, it makes your health go up. Regardless, we're gonna sleep for an hour, because that's all we can afford. Jeez. Hey Reddits. Welcome, welcome. I was wondering if the Twitch notifications were working for you. Alright, now we just gotta... Great, should have been brewing stuff. That didn't occur to me. I mean, okay, we have stuff, but let's... blah. I see. I'm assuming you're gonna be spending time with your family, and that I'll, at most, be background noise. Where's that gun of mine? And it's no worries. I realize that having you around is really nice for letting me know that my stream's actually working. And hopefully there aren't any problems that I've forgotten about. Okay, no, we can make some meds real fast, and then there's not enough fucking water. Okay, let's see. This. This. Okay, do I need more of the regular meds? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, we can't afford to lose any more time because honestly we've lost too much time already. Great. Let's see. Put this away. Put these away. I don't know if I forgot anything, but we don't have time to figure it out. Let's go. Okay, so I did a little bit of save scumming investigation before this recording. I found out a few things. Like, for example, I don't need to go to the Crowstone or whatever that thing is called to talk to the officer. I could go directly to the pub. Screw you, Herb. Before that, though, we need to get some water. We need to get a lot of water. Holy crap. Take a whole lot of water. I want to say like 15 bottles worth, maybe 16. Jeez. And we have super low health, so we can't mess up this fight, otherwise more death penalties. I don't know why I did that, but alright. Okay, let's go. I wonder what happened to Peter. He seemed like kind of the thuggish type, and even the way he describes his architecture. Okay, got a little notification. Wait, could one of the couriers be here? I think I see a trace of blood. Yeah, I think I see more than a trace of blood. I mean, unless these guys are all bloodless. Yeah, lots of bodies here. There's 4 people that could be spoken to, and I think if I go over here, they'll stop me from talking to that guy. Or no, I can't talk to him. No, I can't. No, I can't. Got to talk to... Oh, shoot, I hit it with a funny key. Oh, this is gonna suck. Especially because I could just shoot them before I talk to them, but it feels a little too out of character. Who are you? And who are you? Is the general here? I'm the general. General Asslicker, alright? You hear what I asked? I'm a doctor. A doctor, huh? Burak, surgeon. Heard of me? Another Burak. Funny meat sacks you. So many Buraks around these days. What? What did you say? I'm just surprised. You stupid? Is that what you're getting at? Your attitude is clear. Say what you want. Aren't you an educated man? Do I need to make myself even more clear? Yes. You extract a bullet. Don't worry about your gear. We got everything covered. Leftovers from your predecessor. Then you patch the hole. He's got enough of them. Well, Either you do it, or that clown will. If our pal survives, you're free to drag your sorry asses to that general of yours. If he doesn't, you're both dog food. Food for dogs, Burak. So he claimed to be Burak? I guess he really wanted to survive. And since he did, now he owes us. Just like Grease Aaron on the first day. Oh, grief, and here I thought you were the bad guy. I don't get to repair. Surgery? Wounded bandit. I don't have much experience with gunshot wounds. Common sense says I can't get the bullet out safely in these conditions. But I know the lines. Or, at least I think I do. Get me a bunch of bandages, I guess. He was shot in the stomach. That's bad news. He's almost a goner. The wound is wearing a sweater and several shirts once. Guess he was hoping the layers of cloth would protect him from sand pass. Get my hands on some alcohol, preferably not the drinking kind. Wound doesn't look good at all. Ricocheting rifle round by look. Wait, how do you even recognize that? I feel he has a chance. There's a lot of. Oh boy. There's a lot of options. This is my instinctive one, but I don't know about the rest of these. Patient's breath gets hoarse, he's gurgling and wheezing. That's probably a dead number on him. Search the wound with tweezers, gently now. Oh, we gotta calm him down first, actually. Turn down, he's wheezing, struggling even harder. There's still a chance. Okay, buddy. Calm down, we can get through this! Looks like the wound's less dangerous than first seen. The bullet didn't go in deep enough to do major damage. However, the wound is contaminated with pieces of dirty cloth. Time to drain the wound with some cleaner cloth. Something hard inside. Something small. Bone trap? I don't think so. Not in the stomach. Metal, that's a bullet. Come here, little thing. Pull it out steadily. Steadily better? Or pulling out sharply in one smooth motion? No, steadily worked. It's done. Clean the wound again, apply bandages. Easy stuff. You know, I thought Burak was pulled off to be a surgeon for the war, but he doesn't have much experience with gunshot wounds? He'll live. I actually saved a bandit. I want to kill them all. I want to freaking kill them all. Well, I guess I get to save ammo. The resemblance is striking. Are you a courier with Inquisitor's papers? No, I'm not a courier. I'm Artemy. Though I have seen the guy. Almost got him. Artemy. What the hell? Also, there's no resemblance between him and Artemy Burak, so I don't know what's going on. If they want to make this realistic, they should at least make him look like Burak. At least the head? Not that we've seen Artemy's face often. I am your successor. I don't want a successor. I'm not over with yet. Huh. I see. Well, hello, Artemy Burak. I'm a new actor. Your successor, so to speak. A continuation of you. A new actor is only hired when the old one's dead. Or has this rule changed? It's all very confusing now. The director washed his hands with this whole business. Said we're on our own. No script at all. But I got paid in advance, so here I am. Doing the work I'm supposed to do. I'm working for free. So, what are your skills? I succeed you. Don't hurt me, human. I'm your mirror. Don't kill me. I'm your guide to immortality. As you die, I'll succeed you. What? I embarked on your path in advance to make sure the thread doesn't snap. I walked in your footsteps. I've been to the river, spoken with the changeling, and seen the soldiers in the fog. What have you done to them, by the way? Did you shoot or run? I freaking ran. I got knocked down to 1 HP for it. Anyway, I don't hinder you at all, but I have made a new connection. You love connections, don't you? I do, but what kind of connection? You and I are connected, both alive, both playing the same person simultaneously. That means we've defeated it. What's so bad about that? Defeated what? You hardly look like a conqueror. Fate. I don't know about that. Fate has a rather tight noose with a short leash. Alright, let's play Fate then. Where's the courier? My stage directions went like this. Today, the Harvest looks for the courier. Burak tries to ambush him so that he doesn't deliver orders to the general. So I tried to kill him and failed. Your directions are misleading. That's not what I'm planning to do. I couldn't finish him off. My arms are weak. You never got the hang of this whole fighting thing. I have to pay for that since I'm your successor. No hard feelings though. I guess doctors don't really need that skill. But if you were a better fighter, the courier wouldn't be on the run now. Are you kidding me? He can punch out any regular human that you fight in this game. It's just the big old worms that just frigging clobber you. Great job shifting the guild. I am Isidore Gassar. I follow in Artemi Burak's footsteps, trying my best to study him. That's all I want. So, can we go our separate ways? I think I'm starting to understand. Fine, succeed me. Wonder how it'll end. What do we get here? Courier's out there in the streets bleeding. How do I look for him? Oh, I want to stop by the pharmacy before this, actually, but, to get bandages. Turns out they didn't sell bandages there. Although I accidentally used an antibiotic last time instead of painkillers, so I guess this is better. Whoa, forgot about this. Got ambushed. Bodo's murmur. Waiting for you. Waiting for you. Tell us now. Will you fulfill your duty? I've heard these words before. What duty is it now? Your words were for your father, then. Now speak for your mother. Mother Bodo, Earth awaits you. But I'm nobody. If Mother Bodo dies, so do we. Zobalon, Buzalaka. It hurts. It frightens us. So few remain. It is not so terrible to die, but what about losing something for all time? Earth is killing us. Mother Bodo devours her children. She disgorges this horrible plague so that her blood will erase it. All is connected. All is as it should be. Take pity on us. I do. Baikara, Enshim chooses words carefully. Who's to judge him? But take pity on us. I pity you. I truly do. Take pity on us, Esiger. Kill not our mother. What I'm wondering about is how we salvage this whole situation. Judging partially from what pops up after I complete this conversation, it's implied that, well, and they kind of outright said it, that if the Earth dies, so do they. I mean, that applies to all things, but I think the Earth might not just be the dirt that we live on. It might be this entity, the town itself. But like whatever entity the town's built on top of, and not the town itself. It's all a little confusing. They talk about the town as if it's a living organism. They talk about the Earth as if she's something that can be killed by us here now, and not, you know, this giant ball of dirt on which all the world resides upon. So I'm kind of lost. The plague is supposedly her agony, her suffering. So how do we ease the suffering? Because apparently, getting rid of the thorn in her side is not enough. Instead, that'll make her bleed out. But they don't talk away to staunch the bleeding, to ease her pain. If we leave the polyhedron there, she will continue to be in pain, and she will continue to disgorge this plague. In time, who knows, maybe it will consume everything. Yeah, and who will take pity on me? Then this goodbye. Bayate Enchim, Bayate Esliger, Bayate Kulun, Bayate Kayala. Go. I still have time to think. Last courier is out in town. Where? All this time, the town whispered directions to me, but now it's silent. For the first time, I have to think for myself. Where's the Gladiator? I have no idea. Was I supposed to go up the tower to look around? I have no idea. Loot? Oh, she's got nothing to loot. She's got nothing to loot. Did I already loot them? Or were they looted by someone else? There's a Schmouter here. I think I'm gonna go get it. Since I did say scum a little bit beforehand, I do know the like what I'm possibly supposed to do. Although I'm not 100% clear. I'll explain when the next pop-up appears. I figured there would be a pop-up. This game's like that. After you wander around lost for a while, it'll tell you something to do. Okay, flamethrower dudes. Is this camera I can open? Nope. Let's see, where am I? Oh, I'm about to hit the river. That's not good. Can't do much there because of the big old rock formation on the other side. Am I spending too much time? I think I am. If Aglaia dies like 1900, she better be the next step in this quest, otherwise... Dang, there's no time. So, because I saved scum, I found out that there's a Schmouter here. I wonder if there is still a Schmouter. I realized I didn't save right after I left the... after I dealt with that guy's injuries. Almost as if I want to give myself a chance to go back and kill everyone. Give myself an excuse. Well, we shall see, I guess. The closest path. It might just be to run through here. There isn't a break in the wall. I wish there was. Or is there and I just don't know about it. Although, if I investigate, it will just take time. I don't see a break in the wall from this angle. I think if there was a break in the wall, I would have noticed by now. I've tried going through this area before. Still can't decide. Should I go up there and take the boat? Is that closer? Or perhaps running here? It'll take 5 minutes, I think, after I get to the boat. Possibly 10. I know not. I think that might be faster, but I think first I gotta cut through the building. Okay, I gotta adjust my chat window a little bit. It's kind of in the way. It covers up all the prompts. I couldn't even see the loot prompts earlier. That's why you might have seen me staring at the bodies for like a second longer than I should have. Well, because I'm always slow. Perhaps it was 2 seconds longer than I should have. I could investigate that door. I'm not going to. That's not the point. That's not why I went through here. I went through here to take a shortcut. Oh boy. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see. That is the path out, and it's gonna be 1800. How screwed are we on time? Hard to say. Oh, there was a pharmacy. Wondering if I should stop by some stores for stuff. Like, maybe hoping to get a lemon or coffee beans. I don't have very many yellow tinctures left. I didn't see how much time it takes. Was it 10 minutes? Was it 5? If it was 10 minutes, I think I passed the 1800 mark. And perhaps I did. Yeah. Oh my god, it was at least 10. Might have been 15. We have no time, despite the fact that I'm missing water. Like a bottle's worth. Okay, they're not telling me anything yet, but I'm gonna go back to my base anyway. Because when you wander around... The wounded courier needed me, but once again, I was too late. No blood. Isn't that curious? No blood? Truly. Should I slice him open for his rare organs? Might as well, my base is right here, huh? Yeah, let's do it, why not? Organ damaged. Organ damaged. Organ damaged. Or... This guy has no organs! I'm not sure he's human. Okay, let's see. If I bring the papers to headquarters, there will be a bombardment. The polyhedron will be demolished. Rivers of blood will spill, enough to make the panacea for everyone. If I burn the paper, or at least hide them to 2200, the soldiers will leave without firing. The living won't die. Earth's wonders will survive. The army is leaving. I hold the last copy of the Inquisitor's papers. Will there be a bombardment? I have to decide for 2200. Here's the concerning thing. I don't know where Aglaya is. She might have gone back here. Oh, I wasted time. If I'd gone here first... Why is there a prompt here? Let's take a look at these orders. The whole paper is just uneven groups of numbers. Oh, it's coded. Let's see. This Menku's finger is busted up. My chat window is in a very inconvenient spot. What the heck? Oh, well, at least I got one tool for... I think it just needs a chisel to be repaired, right? So I guess that this one will be used for my weapon. This one my surgery tool. But he had no organs. That's concerning. Lay handprint. Is this a spot to burn? This is a spot to burn the papers. Talk. Kearney, Urid, Mike. Oh, wait. I loaded. That's why I haven't seen this. Yes, a grave, a tomb. But what? Do not kill. Whom? Here it is. The scariest day of my life. A tomb. And in other words, I think I need to go here. Man, I wasted time, though. If I'd gone here first, then probably I would have seen him right there. Because if I had been wandering around, it would have said something like, he probably needs a surgeon, so he'll probably come to see me, and there'll be a marker on my house. Use your head, it said. Ah. Now there's no time. I have to get there before 1900, which I don't think I can make. I don't think so. I got half an hour left, and it's going to take me like 15 minutes to cross the water. Stuff sucks. Speaking of water. My exhaustion, my hunger. Terrible business, all this. Oh, should have eaten that first. Because it dries you out. Okay, well, let's go cross the water again. And perhaps I should stop safe scumming. I tried twice, I failed twice. I know how I could better optimize it. But I didn't, and now perhaps it's too late. Is there a way I could go through that building? No, wrong button. No, there's no through path. There's actually no through path. This town is designed in an infuriating way. And they pretty much told us it was done on purpose. Did I load one more time? I tried, but time just gets tighter and tighter. There it is, we failed. There it is, we failed. Khan's in danger. Haven't talked to him at all. Where's my last save point? Do I save scum? Oh, you know what? Let's do the equivalent of flipping a coin. Okay. Well, I'll explain a little bit how I do my coin flipping. Let's see. First one I load, second one I keep going. Well, it looks like I'm going to keep going. So basically, my method of flipping a coin when I don't have a coin really on me, they kind of follow my wallets. So yeah, I don't often have a coin on me. Is I glance at the time and I make it even or odds for the minute. Can't do the hour because that's too easy for me to remember. In tens place, maybe, but minute's most reliable because it keeps shifting. Let's take a look. Is her body here? If it's not, then I'll be really stumped about what's going on. Oh. You know what, let's just save, just in case. And because my exhaustion looks like it's about maxed, let's drink one of these. Talk.
Look at my hands. Ignore the dirt. Just focus your gaze.
I don't like the expression she makes in this game. I don't know. Like, you really shouldn't be mean to someone just because how their face looks, but I don't like her expressions at all. We're having an important conversation. The most important conversation of our lives, maybe. Could you leave us alone? What are you talking about? We're talking about the war. What do you know about the war? What can you tell him? We were talking about the war. Criminal orders, history, honor, duty, truth. Now we're talking about words. Will you please leave us alone? Are you really a saint? He looks transfixed. Are you hypnotizing him? How did they even let you in? Please, you're disturbing us. You have to bear with me some more. I need to talk to him too.
I can't wait any longer. I've lost 2/3 of my troops here in just 2 days.
Well, your troops decide not to listen, so yeah, things got worse. Even if you have found a source of raw material for your serum, it's too late now. We'll execute the order and leave for the front. That's it. So, there will be a bombardment? I need only technically execute the order. All I need is a precise target designated by the state commissar. If I have that, I can legally spare the town. Thank this girl. She promised me the epidemic wouldn't spread past the town. And I believe her. You mean her? The changeling? Yes. But you have to fire anyway, right? If the target is designated, I'll have to. So there's nothing to discuss here. Did you come to hand me the papers designated bombardment target? The justification for a surgical strike signed by the State Inquisitor? I don't have an option to say no. What I want to find out is where he was planning to shoot if they don't get this designation. Will they just leave? Yes. Thank you. You are free to go. I don't feel free at all. My fate drives me. I want to find out what happened to Aglaya. I came here looking for her. Looking for at least her body. I didn't burn the papers because I thought that was a little too rude. I wanted to keep my options open. But the moment I talked to him, I didn't have any options. And Burak. Wait a second. Waiting. Come with us. We need an experienced doctor. Ruben is kind of a natural born soldier. You know, I don't want to go with these guys. Not because of the general. I got nothing against the general, honestly. The fact that he's listened to the Burak's far-fetched stuff, to Clara's far-fetched stories. I mean, maybe you could call him gullible, but he seems like a genuinely nice guy. Although he did have the shtick at the beginning where he's like, "Do I make myself clear?" That was excessive. He kept repeating that. Yeah, I don't want to go. Ruben might actually fit in though. Take Ruben, that's his cup of tea. The polyhedron is about to be shot down. Choice has been made. The Urdug is living people. I choose them. The sand pest will be eradicated forever. Honestly, the plague has not done a very good job at negotiating. Let's see. Eh. Aglaya, what happened to her? I never... I feel upset that I never got to see this side quest. And I didn't deal with this before Taya got infected. So I'm missing this, I know what happened there. I'm missing this, I know what happened there. And I'm missing this, which scares me. You know what happened? She probably tried to leave, and she was probably shot for it. And now I've sealed my fate. Or is it the town's fate? We shall soon see. It's day 11, but it feels like it's almost over. There's nothing left here for me, right? There's nothing here, is there? It'd be amazing if there's stuff I could loot all this time. And then comes day 12, I'm assuming. You know, this is probably just a waste of time. I want to check to see if maybe she's buried in a cell somewhere. She's not. What happened? Is it because I didn't choose to leave with her? I doomed her? And they just decided to fake me out. It's not raining anymore. It's sunny. Maybe they tried to fake me out by not showing anything. Oh, we could visit the polyhedron. That music. A grocery store. And we're supposed to visit Khan. Okay, let's go check down that way. Sun's setting. I think we run out of things to do. I should rest. Like at Glimsky's place? I guess he is sort of an ally after all, huh? They play the song whenever like something big happens. Like I want to say when Artemis decided to take on his father's place, or maybe they didn't play it then. Maybe they played it when he got the special blood. We never saw the advanced cloak. I guess I looked for it one last time. There's no time to do anything. I'll just check on Khan just to be absolutely sure, and then I'll go talk to the polyhedron one last time, I guess. What could we have even done? I don't know. I just don't know. Didn't automatically equip them because he was wearing stuff already. Blah. Okay, I gotta sleep in game, and then after that, I don't know. I feel like this is the end. It's only day 11. It's not even dark yet. It will be dark once I leave the building, though. I should save just in case, but I don't think there's much more for me to do. I'll probably go visit like one of these two houses because they're not in the Darkened District. Go talk to Khan, go check out the polyhedron, and time might even be up before I could even do that much. But I'm gonna try to do at least that much. I think I hear bottles. But what happened to the Inquisitor? So many mysteries. I don't know. Did I do enough? As the person playing this game, I mean. I can't help but feel like I didn't. Like I was just being strung along. Ooh, my health went down. Oh gosh. I mean, I was just being strung along, but I wonder, like, did I really have any choices? Is it actually making my HP go up? Weird. I can't tell. I feel like I didn't really have any choices. Like, you know, things just went bad, and that was it. Like, it felt like I was supposed to look around, investigate, get things done, and I'm not sure. Did I actually get anything done? It didn't really feel like it. It didn't really feel like I actually managed to get anything done. Like, I made the panacea, but like, what did that even accomplish? I made like 7 doses of the panacea, but all it did was keep people alive a little bit longer. That's it. There are people to trade with. Wait, did I use up all my coins just like that? Dang. I'm glad it'll take matches for them, but doubt I need much more at this point. And he had more. Dang. Gun that doesn't need repair, can't repair anything else. There are people in here. I could trade with them for various things. Kind of amazing, honestly. They've just been here this whole time, just hidden. Surely they don't actually want this little bit of food. Maybe the egg. The egg makes me thirsty. Huh. Didn't mean to bring out a weapon. It's locked. Okay, so I guess they won't let me go all the way upstairs. Lots of people here. All this time, all I had to do was go freaking indoors. Well, they won't trade for anything, though. Concerning. That creepy painting again. Man, I could get lots of loot. Like, yes, it would dip my reputation, but it probably isn't much worse than stealing organs from a body, eh? Okay, I gotta dip down here and then over there to get to Khan. That seems like it's the fastest way. I don't even know if there's a point anymore. Maybe there is. Maybe this is the last trial, who knows? Maybe I don't deal with him, he'll just go instantly die. Okay, what is this building? Grocery. You know, I just realized I still have a lot of those like meal ticket thingies. I feel like I'm just wasting time at this point. Like, I feel like I'm already locked into the ending. There's nothing else I can do. There's one thing I'm wondering about, but I'm not sure if I've actually accomplished anything. Got all these meal tickets, but what do I do with it? Blah. It'll probably be at least 18 for anything filling. Well, 12 for that, I guess. No multiples of 6 here. Bothers me. Oh, we can get kind of close with that. Don't actually need that. Which one's the closer one? No, it's the other door. Nope, don't even need it. Sand pass, just right up there. It's blocked off by this little ridge. Little walled off area. Well, I guess it makes sense, because otherwise, if it comes out here, you would expect to be just like sweeping across. It would feel kind of arbitrary if it exited like just a few yards, a few meters away from the edge of the district. Makes more sense for it to be blocked by the wall. It's 2200. Diurnal ending. Day 12, in which the lights die out. Time to turn off the lights. What in the world? It just skips to day 12. I'm assuming we're at 2200. I forgot about that. 2200 is the deadline, but I didn't. For some reason I thought that we had more time. Maybe we could have talked to the polyhedron. I don't think talking to Khan would have done anything, but like talk to the people at the polyhedron one last time, because there were kids up there, right? God, what have I done? The rest is silence. Coda. I don't know what that means. There were a bunch of thoughts, but then they just vanished. Stamina is about where I had it before. Exhaustion and hunger are suddenly empty. Immunity is like half, health's like 4. It's almost as if I was on the train again before this whole thing started. I did see multiple things pop up. And I don't know what happened here, too. Is it because I didn't talk to Taya in time? I don't know. Oh, this looks emptier than I remember. Now this. I don't know what this is. Are these? No, this is an herb spot. The herb spot's over there, so I don't know what this is. There's absolutely nothing here. This, I figure, is one in the structure. It's one of the training boxes, but I don't think there was one here. There definitely wasn't one in front of Borak's house. 2 spots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 things. Gotta talk to people on the list, and then at one of the sites, I'm supposed to talk to the town itself, huh? The Erdurg. September has been rough this year. Yes, it's been a rough September. You survived death. This is your victory. You're the only survivor. So I'm gonna live forever now? Maybe, if you wanted to. Maybe I will. Why does this disease kill some, but not others? After all, it seemed like everyone could have fallen seriously, terminally ill. Maybe it's the same with death in general. We think it obliterates everyone. But you act just so. Your intellect can overcome death, just as your body overcomes plague or typhus. Sounds nice, but it doesn't hold up. The common cold can sometimes kill a person. What have you done to the town? And what has the town done to you? You wouldn't have been able to solve this problem without each other. Different creatures as you are. An enormous town, a small person, an undetectably minuscule microbe. 3 of you. You needed each other. And yet I did my best to kill the plague, so maybe I killed myself in the town? What exactly have I done to the town? You understood it! You bound its severed parts together, drawing new connections between the things that seem incompatible. That is the essence of understanding. To understand is to become someone else. What seemed like death to the former you is just a crack in the earth for the new you. It's still rather wide, but you can get across. As if the town cared whether I understood it or not. You've given your town a future. You weaned it from the earth, and that's something. The nourishing umbilical cord must be severed at some point. Can we do without that? The people will become free. They'll discover their destinies within the town, and those destinies will shape it. They'll think of death how you've grown to think of death. Whoever survives something like this has nothing to fear. Go say goodbye to them. I'll just say my goodbyes. Where will you go, then? To the heart of the town. Central Square, to, I don't know, the theater. I don't have much of a choice. Don't worry. You have a choice there. Besides, you've already done all you can. All that's left is bit of business to wrap up. Things that concern you alone. And you. Who are you? Who cares about you? I see. That's a typical me response. I don't know how to feel about all this. Town's mine to explore. Always has been. I'll touch it one last time and then return to where it all began. Lost the Inquisitor. I don't know what to do. Notkin was a stroke of bad luck. Maybe I should have cured him. Maybe I should have prioritized one of the kids on that specific list I was given. Do I still have my gun? I still have my gun. Actually, my inventory is... Oh, no. My inventory is the same as before. How's time running? Slow? 12:20. Is this the end, I wonder? Kind of game that leaves you feeling drained. And true to form, I was rushing around non-stop back then there, feeling like I didn't have enough time for anything. And no, okay, maybe that's not completely right. I still felt the urge to go and check out a house, although I guess by that point I felt the clock had already ended. And I suppose there were a couple other times, like when I went to grab the Schmouder, I thought I was being efficient. Grabbing the Schmouder and stopping back. But I kept underestimating how fast time flows like that in the game. And then, when we finally got to the theater, and I messed up because I had the papers on me. But even then, I have no idea what happened to Aglaya. don't know why I filled up my water. I doubt my water is gonna go down. I doubt both my thirst, hunger, or exhaustion are gonna go up at this point. Oh, we're done with. I just realized turning out the lights doesn't mean hitting. No, it doesn't mean hitting all the clocks because at least one of those areas didn't have a clock. Guess I'll save. Figure out what's going on. I still have stamina. You know, I haven't played Phasmophobia in a while, but the latest update apparently made it so that, among a whole lot of other things. Oh wow, everyone's here. Made it so that dead people can sprint indefinitely. Oi? Am I supposed to sit here in this corner now? I feel like the game bugged up. Oh, I never realized there was a door here. Maybe I did, I didn't realize. And I completely forgot about it. Maybe I did realize there was a door and I didn't realize it. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that spotlight shouldn't be there. Ordinary person, right? I didn't notice her at first, so I was like, why is there a single ordinary person here? When you have all these major NPCs, and here's another ordinary person. She's barefoot. I don't understand what's going on with her outfit in this game. Like, she had some kind of fancy outfit in the first game, but here she's barefoot, and she's got this big old coat. Bizarre.
How about we build a town without any damn children?
You're a ray of sunshine, aren't you? I just want someone to pick me up and hold me. Like a child. Don't you hate children? Thought you hated being touched. I'm only joking. I'd rather like some candy, though. Should I tuck you in, too? And sing me a lullaby? If nothing else, you can act. That was a masterful depiction of a child. You know, I believe that in the first game, you find out that Peter and Denkoski actually knew each other from before. And Yulia seems like she sort of has some connection to them. I mean, these are her brothers, so there's obvious connection there.
A woman's nerves can only take so much.
I suspect I'm the only person here who has figured out that you were the one who did it. A simple calculation, really. Numbers never lie. And you know what? I can get behind what you've done. It was a 50-50 chance. Truthfully, I find it oddly inspiring. I'm no writer, but I'll write about you. I don't know if that's the same voice I use for Yulia. I tend to use similar voices for female characters, but I don't know. Maybe there's just something about Yulia that hits all the right chords in me. I think she's just a little bit special, even though she's one of the most irrelevant NPCs in this storyline, in this round. If anyone's to write about me, I like it to be you, Yulia. At least nothing will be over dramatized. Or dramatized. The work will, of course, be scientific, but the title. I'm thinking about throwing the scientific language out the window and giving it an old-fashioned name. On the connection of everything. What do you say? Whoa, what's going on here, Barak? Just keep in mind that not everything's connected. That doesn't sound like what you've been saying this whole game. Well, you're the author. I guess it sounds nice. Thank you. I think the academic war in the capital may have a couple questions regarding the subject of my research. Perhaps you'd like to come with me as an assistant and, well, the subject. And this feels out of character, but I'll run with it. And ask what? You know me, Yulia. Aren't you mean no like big words?
Leave me be, old boy. Let me die with dignity.
You know, old boy, I was never prosecuted for my genius, nor was I prosecuted for murder. And yet, turns out, all this was my hell after all. What do you mean? Well, only that his greatest creation, his masterpiece, the impossible tower, had to be wrecked. I must go out. I must see her. Tower. Why are you asking whom? My tower. Alright, go. You're a kind man, Doctor. She's no longer there. Yet here you are, playing along, as if I'm a child. Tell me, how is she? You build a new one, the Canes will support you. And then we restart this process all over again? We didn't see eye to eye, the judge and I. He argued that the tower was never their family's crowning achievement, merely mine. And I concur. It was my crown. I've hit the ceiling. So then you did see eye to eye. Yes, we share the same opinion. Where's the inspiration in that? Consensus is an anchor. Anchor. I called it an anger. Say, Burak, why do they say that miracles have abandoned the step? It's the price we paid for curbing the outbreak. So my glass miracle vanished alongside your step miracles. You know, Burak, don't say anything. Let it be so. Yes, Peter. The tower vanished along with our miracles. Burak can't do a lot of the stuff he did before then.
Closely enough. Any arc is made of a series of straight lines.
Remind me of something a professor, or, well, one of my school teachers had once had.
Takes so much. Feeling. Bad grief now. Wasn't long ago he was on his knees begging before me.
Wow, that's some insight. Yeah, I once called a circle a shape with a single line, with a single side, and my teacher told me that circle has infinite sides.
I can't promise it'll taste
I think I
good,
get it.
but it will be piping hot.
I'll find the fuckers. I'll spend the rest of my days searching. I'll tear that general's throat with my bare hands. I'll get the officers who gave the orders, and the ones who stood by and watched, and the soldiers who manned the cannons, the one that hymned it. What for? What for? For the tower. Have you ever lost a child? I'm not gonna answer that question. Well, mine was just murdered. My brother's too. Murder in cold blood. That tower's alive. Alive, and there won't ever be another one like it. Ever. Even brother won't make one. Even I won't build one on this sorry earth. Do you understand? Do you? I do. Stop yelling at me. This is a bit awkwardly phrased. Sounds like you had a child with your brother. I shouldn't have gone there. Even though that was obviously what it sounded like. I shouldn't have gone there. You have no idea, obviously. I can tell. 32 people will pay for it with their lives. I counted. Military fuckers. I'll follow them first thing tomorrow. Andre, listen. Leave those 32 people alone. It was me. I did it. You? Me. Are you an idiot or just hammered? Why would you spout such ridiculous lies? Wanna be Herostratus? Who?
This damn rain. Will it ever end? The climate here is in chaos.
I don't think it's raining right now. It's all sunny. As if it's optimistic outside. Emsham? Why not? Did I say it right? Emsham? Just call me by name. We don't want you to break your jaw. Well, this is it, I guess. This is it, Erdem. This pursuit of immortality will cost me my life. I doubt the powers that be in the capital ever care whether or not I could defeat death. They just threw the heretic into the fire, hoping he'd never return. Excuse the pathos. Did someone send you here? I thought you came on your own accord. Yeah, you're right. I'm confused. I haven't been so drunk since my student years. Then again, it's hard to knock a doctor off their feet. I can still think, just not straight. So, cheers, I guess. As scientists, thrown into the jaws of death, hoping against hope to defeat death, welcomed by death, ridiculed by death, taunted by death, and fooled by death. It's as if this heretic spat into a tower of flame, expecting somehow to put it out. This whole place is far too crowded with deaths. You've aged over these last few days, or you just resigned now. Imperare sibi maximum imperium est. So you're right, I don't speak that barbaric tongue. I don't speak this barbaric tongue. You know, this feels like it's more character I have to say this just this one time. Okay, we're off to say our goodbyes. Time is frozen. It's still 12:20. This is it, the end. And yet I can't shake the feeling that at some point I strangled myself with the threads of fate. I mean, I could figure out a few of the points that happened, but I still feel like I'm missing too much. This is one of those games that you can't reasonably expect to get everything in a single run. Especially because I found out there are things that happen if you just skip everything. Like when I was trying to get the fourth death for that that one clip that I put at the beginning of I don't even remember which episode. That one I kept sleeping through stuff, and like a couple things would happen, like Vlad's messenger is looking for you, that kind of stuff. Like I would be just chilling at Laura's place, and apparently the door's in here. Door's here. And she'll tell me that there's someone who's come to see me. Or I get a message that says, I haven't seen Ruben at all. Maybe I can reconcile with him. Or not reconcile, but maybe I should go see him. I haven't talked to him since I got back. And then you keep sleeping at one point, and it's all like, screw it. What good are old friendships anyway? Character basically just giving up. Still see people there. Don't know they're just hurting or dead. That's a bag. What do we have here? No Taya. Where to go then? I'm turning off the lights, so that means there's someone to talk to still. Ground floor, maybe? Or do we go to the top of the tower? Let's go up first. Why do I hear some faint rustling wind noises? There's an open door. Let's check it out. Actually, wasn't one of these doors like just the exit? The way the shadows moving that door freaked me out. Why is it bright? Well, whatever. These stairs go up, but they also go down. Let's get to the bottom. We keep hearing cows moo, but at the very least, the screaming has stopped. Man, I totally expected like there to be like 2 more episodes, you know? Like day 11 would end, and then day 12, and maybe I end up doing Saves Coming, and it would waste more time. But this? I don't know what to think of this. Everyone's dead.
God sees us from beneath the earth. Why do you think he's in heaven? He's down below.
I can't feel my legs. Well, they're made of bones. I'm dying, Ripper. Only a tiny drop remains. Like someone cleaved me in half and it's all spilled out. Were you ready to plague then? Or actually, hey, are there 2 of you? There's only one half of me left. The better half, I hope. You're an idiot, Ripper. A dull, insufferable idiot. All that talk of rivers of blood, that's not what the story was about at all. You have no idea who's up above us. No idea who you actually killed. Above us, so who's up there? You were the one who told him about the rivers of blood first. Or was the second? Was Capella the first one? Someone you weren't even invited to meet, but they're waiting for me, poor souls, and now I'll never come. Well, maybe one day I'll figure out your side of the story. I wonder, was I meant to go see the tower one last time? Before 2200 hit, I mean. Before it hit. Touch it one last time and return to where it all began. The theater, of course, the freaking theater. Come on. Time is frozen. None of my stuff is... none of my bars are moving, but for some reason, I still have to deal with stamina. Which is normal for most games, I think. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but the simple idea of you're dead, you don't need to run now, that they're implementing in Phasmophobia, sounds brilliant somehow. What in the... Where once a person was, now but a gap remains. This rupture will not mend. Oh well.
I'm human. I'm Hugh, man. Huge man. man of many hues.
I am alive. Yes, you're alive. You understood nothing, kindred. You failed to reach the kin's heart, failed to brave its depths, touch the shared pulse. You have abandoned your quest halfway. Wrong, I've touched the heart of the Erdurg. That's not what I'm talking about. I meant the people. You failed to blend in and merge with us. I never wanted to merge with the kin. How will you live now, kindred? But you said I'm not one of the kin. So who killed father? No, kindred. Ask no questions. Perhaps in another life it would all have gone differently, and we'd have a different conversation. But now, leave me. Your town waits for you. I grew for the earth too, kindred. I think I failed, but from the spoilers I've seen,
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch,
oh my god, you all have the line.
smooth as bone. Leave it alone.
You know, this game, some parts of it feel a low budget, although compared to Pathologic 1, it looks utterly gorgeous. Like, look at that. Look at that. They actually move their mouths. Meanwhile, freaking Dark Souls is like, yeah, we don't need
Bend
moving
a
mouths.
tree all you will. It'll grow towards sunlight.
This bastard, he killed Isidore Burak. I was a little confused because he didn't seem quite as sinister as I thought, even though he did outright lie to us to get us to come talk to him. What the frick? So I definitely missed something there. This. And I don't know what exactly I was supposed to do. I talked to the heart and then I left and then I didn't know what to do and then suddenly the kid don't need no freedom and I'm like, the frick? What happened? A 1 mystery, a 2 mystery. Okay, at least 2 mysteries. 3. And then this is the big one. This is the one I'm most concerned about. Although, yeah, the fact that you started this whole thing because you're trying to figure out what happened to your father, and you don't get anything. Or, well, you might get something. I didn't. Except spoilers. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Is it the freaking
No, there is no escape.
Hello, earth is cold. My feet are cold. I'm going deaf, blind. My hands are rough. Bullish, bullish, buy a leash. And then it didn't work out your way. I knew it would hurt you, and I am sorry. Bolkara, Bolshagna, Adahami Kurene. I fear Earth is dying. Mother Bodo sinks into the depths. People begin to fear me, look through me, cross the street to hide from me. No one needs me. No one wants me. They fear what they don't understand. Who are you, truly? I am Sabah Upstai, flesh of Earth's flesh. Mother Bodo gave you a piece of herself so that you may have a mother. That was me. Anunte, today I return to Earth. Saba is Upshe, and Shabnak, tale to frighten children. Yes, I've seen your reflection. By Kara. I shall go blind, death. I was part of your journey, yet you left me by the wayside. Let that be show, Enshim. I changed for you. Mother Bodo spoke to you through me, but if you need not mother, then she need not speak to you. Mother Bodo did not tell us very much, and you told us next to nothing. The kin needs you. They are yours now. Bokara, do not watch. Boshabna, do not listen. Oshida, go. Please. Bayatai, Kibun. Karatai, Hinangi, let your step be warm. Very well, Kitty. I don't even know what that word means.
Shall I tell you a shaggy dog story?
She's always got like this perky personality throughout the whole game. And she says too many of these step words that I can't read. Midunikashi, I hereby grant you new law. Over your left hand it is done, not the right. So speaks Mother Bodo. Unsure why she speaks so, but still. We will tell hands apart now. Timioda. Hey, are you alright up there, the Bashagun? Basagan? Are your feet not cold? Wait, I thought that that word meant like big sister. She's Mother Superior apparently, but like, no one cares about having cold feet in this game. Nope. Enishi Yunkun Geishabi. Please don't interrupt. I just... So, Midin Nirikeshi, here's another law for you. Never hold a grudge, for grudges are bad for health and sneak behind. Bikara, whoever holds a grudge shall slip on it and break their neck. So speaks Suok. She'll see to it, Knight. Timoda, let it be so. Fair enough. Midin Nirikeshi. I should be consistent about how I read that word. Keep saying it. Medinegshi. Medinegshi? I don't know. Heed our law. Never deceive or betray the small ones, the ones who trust you. It is not only Suok's natural law, or nocturnal law. Mother Buddha would turn away from you too. No harming the small ones, Sumuda. Let it be so. Well, then I guess I follow that law to the best of my ability. Fail to save Notkin. I keep thinking about that. I had a cure on me. So maybe it wasn't to the best of my ability. But that was like... I want to say that was one of Burak's strongest reasonings for trying to save the town despite the sacrifices. The children. He did it for the children. That was some good laws, kid. Midinegshi. Now for the most important law. The law of candy, sweets, and those soft white thingies they sell in stores. They are to be abundant. No one has the right to forbid eating them. Mother Bodo. Somehow she would not see to this law, so I have to do it myself. Timoda. Oh, I wonder what I should invent next. Look, that's enough law for one day. You've done a great job, kid. Why are you here? She Yundid Rishi? Did you come to listen to our not-so-highness? I just wanted to take a look at you.
We've all been through this.
You SOB. Of course, there has been a time in the past where I kind of held a grudge against a character because I knew that he would commit, well, I don't know if I could call it betrayal if he was never truly on your side in the first place, right? If he was playing the role of a double agent. I did not know I could climb up on this thing. What the frick? But yeah, I knew he was playing the role of a double agent. And so I decided not to get close to him in the game. But as it turns out, he was a pretty swell guy. Are they letting me jump on rocks that I've never been able to jump on before? I still hear something burning. Can't imagine it's this thing. This still was one of the parts that jumped out at me the most. One of the punch you in the face kind of moments in this game. It happened so early on too. I wonder if I missed anything else like that. Like, the game's not big on those kind of cutscenes, but I wonder what I missed. That was a fair bit of it, to be sure. Did the sky turn darker? It's still 12:20. Maybe it just looks a little dimmer and cloudier here. Are we gonna get to talk to Isidore? Oh. Sticky and murky. Fitting. Let's talk to Sticky first.
Their murderer is a steppe demon. A Shabnak Adik. I just know it.
Oh, he'd read that a little differently than me. Shabnak Adik. So what's the plan now? Not sure, but we'll live. Any suggestions? Well, first we need to settle down, of course. Fix up the household, and then... Okay, I made up my mind. I'll be your student. I thought you were already a learned specialist. Will you teach me? I guess I'll have to teach someone if I want to leave this place in 10 years or so. Leave? Where the hell are you planning to go? To the sea, that's an interesting thing. You gave no indication of this before, but To the sea, of course. Merchant Navy. Any ship would welcome a good doctor. You can't abandon us now. We need to fix the town, right? It's on its last legs. It won't survive without you. Don't shift responsibility. This kind of sounds like Barak's shifting responsibility. The town needs you kids, not me. You're the ones who restore it. That's why Father protected you. And then I failed to protect Notkin.
What do you have there? 2 more hands?
Gee, I sure hope not. Is this her new house? I guess. You like it? Can I choose a room for myself? I think I know which one you take. Do we go inside the house? Oh man. There's no point doing this, is there? How is this still being real noisy? Like, how can you possibly live in this kind of place? The house is so freaking noisy. Imagine hearing this kind of stuff, like, every day of your life. Especially that voice. There's nothing here, surely? Just blood. A lot of spilled blood, enough to make me think, oh, was it the plague? Yeah. That cloth on the ground. It looks similar to the stuff the plague victims had wrapped around them. I wonder. Really wonder what was going on in here. Well, let's take the shortcut out of here. Bazaar's at the very end house. There's gonna be someone at the playground, but who? Some of the kids, surely. Probably not all the adults just hanging around in a circle. Smoking whatever they use for weed here, probably the Twagreen. In which case, is the alcohol like weed alcohol? I wonder if that's even possible. I don't know much about making alcohol. I wonder if I should go into the buildings to check on people, but now I'm just gonna follow the circles. If the game didn't feel done before, well, definitely has now. Alright, let's go. Go, 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 go. Okay. The playground was... okay, a little further past. I remember this was crucial in a trade for Schmauder at one point. But now, just another impossible structure. Are they way on the top or at the bottom, I wonder? Well, I see no one wait. I see no one here. Let's go up. Almost looks like a broken well, doesn't it? A chimney, at least. But once a person is, now but a gap remains. This rupture will not mend. Farewell. Oh. Oh. The other one might have been Notkin's. This one might be Aglaya's. Or maybe it's the other way around. Whatever the case, I finally figured out what the rupture is now. My failure. A sheer, utter failure. Grief, you're alive!
What?
Never been up here. Can you imagine? What do you plan to do now? Nothing? Don't want to do nothing at all. I have been meaning to ask you. Why'd you go to her in the first place? She was an authority, and you... Thief. And just not any thief, but a kingfish. First at the gallows. That what you mean? Yeah. My thoughts exactly. That's why I went. You're no player, cub. If you know your hand will lose, get it over with so you can pull new cards. Then you can make a move. That was my plan, anyway. That's not how it shook out. How did it go? Didn't you see? I went to her ready to play cards, but she played checkers instead. Scratch that, she played me like a damn flute. Couldn't have known. Well, she's not around anymore. Do you want to go back? You're an idiot, Cub. While I was there, I realized how that giant clock operates. Used to think that I understood it, but it's only now that I truly do. Used to be a clocksmith, oiling the town's gears. Stay a clocksmith, only a different kind. You see? No, but I hope I will. Almost walked off there.
Fading. My clothes are worn out, threadbare.
You look fine, lady. Oh, I was just wondering if you'd come. Well, here I am. I heard you adopted some kids. Orphans? Well, I didn't adopt them. They just kind of crawled into my life. How will you raise them? Some father you are. It's not so complicated. You feed them, wipe their noses, they hand their ass. I think these kids have already raised themselves. Want my help? As in just help, you idiot. I just want to be useful, make it easy for you and maybe lighten my own life a bit. You know. I do. And I agree.
Many who sleep well speak ill.
Darn. Now in here I thought Lara was the love interest. At the very least, she was the one person who, like, truly cared. Bad grief, maybe he did. But he keeps trying to play it off. He's like that bad friend that you entrust to have your back, but you're not quite sure you want to cry your heart out to him. Why? Oh no, it's got nothing to do with him being a bad person or anything like that. It's just, he's not the kind of person you cry your heart out to. If you did, he'd probably have your back. But that's not his role as a friend. I hear singing. What's the point? There's nothing around anymore. I keep figuring it. So I'm going to cross by close there, but the closest way is through there. You know, I'm just going to take the dang boat, now that I think about it. Just go north, take the dang boat. I wonder where the Sabrals are. And Clara was by herself in the Termitary. Well, I already talked about a massive spoiler from the first game. I wonder if I should talk about more stuff. I don't know. Some of this feels a little too over the top. I felt like maybe I discussed the killer because I felt like that was too much of a big loose end. I mean, everything's a loose end here, but trial by boat cost 3, or I cost 2 on my 3, but I think this is the last trip anyway. Let's see when we go up the Polyhedron. Might waste a little more time, but it feels like this is going to be a short episode. Or, well, slightly shorter anyway. Okay, Polyhedron, here we come. The Polyhedron is still here. Didn't they have discussion about how the Polyhedron no longer exists? Didn't they? About how Peter wanted to, not Peter, Andre wanted to go see it one last time? No, it was Peter. Andre was the other dude. Peter wanted to go see it one last time, but it doesn't exist anymore, right? Right? It shouldn't exist, but I don't know if it's saying it doesn't exist is actually any accurate. Plus, you know, I never figured out the rat, what his whole deal with. On days where there's no theater, we're supposed to go see him, but the theater always played. Which is great because I got an achievement. I feel like I'm wasting time here. Maybe I should have found a save point. Maybe I should have hit up Maria's place or Georgie's place. The Canes. So I wouldn't have to walk all the way down, is it? I thought that was a ladder for a moment. Sure, there's nothing up here. I know some spoilers about this place too, but I wonder if there's really even a point of talking about it. There's someone here, sitting at the very top. A dog head. Just one? Are you special? There's another one. He's wore a magic pie, a letter soaking, a gunpoint, blame, and asphalt drawings. I can't say it. Are your words falling apart too? Oh, can it be contagious? No, I'm fine. No, I can't say all that I want. Oh dear. Did I just lose my words? Can't hold proper conversations with anyone anymore? I like new beginnings. Anticipation is the most invigorating part. That's why I was introduced to it so late. Oh well. Relatable. Divisor, huh? Another kid. Maybe one more at the top. Kinda want to jump off, but I wonder will they send me to a death theater this late in the game? Or will they just not let me die? This is a bizarre time to start with the courageous "do as you please" and delve into "this is the only way to go." I'm not sure if anything I want to say found its way here. Almost as if it's talking about the plot. Do as you please. And now it kind of feels like I've been locked in. And other than don't let the letter get to the general, I don't know what else I could have done. I don't. Little tent at the top of the world. But apparently the kids can see so much more in it. They could find so much more value in it. Well, we gotta run all the way back now, down now. The powers that be didn't invite me. The powers that be seems to refer to two different things. One, they talk as if it's the government, but two, certain characters talk about it in a strange way that doesn't quite jive with the government definition. I think Clara and Bad Grief seem to have done it too. Just something to think about, I guess. Go talk to a few people. There are two groups of people near each other. One more group further away, the theater, and that might be it. Only one way to find out. I feel like I should have some final thoughts for this game. I feel like I already talked about some of my thoughts for the game. Can't help but feel like at the end there, my choices went from a few to, like, pretty much nothing. Even though I did have something up until I screwed up and brought the message to the general. Oh, we've passed them. What the heck? Who do we have to... Ooh. Georgie and... is that... Capella? No, Eva.
An umbilical cord connects the Earth and the cosmos. It is a ladder, a spring, a bowstring. It is you.
I fear this town might be a cradle, but it ended up being a catapult bucket. Is it time to take off? Simon was better than me. He did what I never had the courage to do. Thrust a knife into his own firstborn. He couldn't bear the infant's scream, but still he succeeded. Simon Kane and Isidore Burak vaccinated our town against death. You mean, you know everything? Of course, for I am the judge. Your brother, he and my father. My brother and I have been preparing to face a catastrophe like this for many years. We knew that only people whose lives were imbued with meaning and purpose could survive it. People with bowstrings for souls. I never imagined that there'd be so many survivors. Truly, we live in the best of possible worlds. But even more are dead. We ascended one step. A single step, but a crucial one. The mission of House Kane on this side of the river is over. So why does Simon, my dear twin brother, still haunt me in my sleep? Twin brother, and yet for some reason they talked as if he was the immortal one. It's called love, Judge.
The angel of death paces at my door.
I didn't spend that much time pacing, although maybe you're referring to someone else. Come over here. Your dress... What? Why does it feel like we're talking to her for the first time? I live in the Stillwater. Oh. People always say it was Andre and Peter who built this town, but that's not true. The Oneirotex did. And Nina and Victoria too in their own way. And then there was Farkad, another Oneirotech. He built the cathedral. The Oneirotex. I don't know either. So interesting. Daniil was fascinated by it too. Kept asking around, looking at documents. You two were close, weren't you? I guess. Anyway, this town existed long before there were Neortex. I meant the interesting parts of the town. So did I. You're talking about the dingy part of the town. Dingy and chaotic. Messy. Our town has no place for unnecessary things. Says the girl living in an abandoned observatory. Dingy, but alive. Anyway, things went wrong with the cathedral somehow. It remained unfinished. And useless, maybe? It's empty and silent, soulless. A week ago, I had a dream. I was walking down Zio, or rather falling. I woke up and thought, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm curious about what exactly went wrong with Farkad's plan, and if the cathedral can be fixed. I'll ask around. Interest in local history is commendable. Is my game frozen? Oh, jeez. That scared me. Wait, there's someone left here? There's someone in this circle who has not been cleared out yet. But who? Why? Where? Nope, not there. You know, maybe I'll talk to people in the other circle and then I'll come back here. Oh.
What?
Katerina is no longer a mistress. Who is she then? You know nothing of her. This cursed town smothered her. Forced a stupid role on her. She got in her head that she had to be anyone but herself. That's the kind of town we live in. She used to be different. Completely different. Well, Earth won't speak to her anymore. Or to anyone else. There'll be other mistresses in town. Leave them alone. Katerina, she'll start by bringing the cathedral back to life. How? You see. Something feels wrong about it. Like time is frozen.
What?
My husband's no longer governor. Is that so? He's a ruler now. The ruler. The Bull Enterprise is destroyed. Wait, I think I was supposed to give her a slightly more distraught voice. The Oglimskis are over. The Canes are no longer on this side of the river. Everyone's scattered like children after a game ends. But my husband alone would never abandon his duty. His town. I still don't think very highly of him. Didn't take you long to label everyone traitors. The Oglimskis were always the guts. Hot, alive, feeding the town. The Canes were the nerves, spark and potential. People cling to the belly for warmth. They grasp like the nerves who reach beyond themselves. But no one dares to touch the bones. The bones are your family, I guess. Yes, my husband is this town's spine. Now, with that horrible weight lifted from him, he will straighten. Sounds uncanny. The bones. The eighth is dead. Great! I failed to protect everyone on the list! Well, even Knockin aside. I killed the town. And here I thought I saved the town. It feels like we're still missing someone. We're still missing someone. But who? Where? What exactly am I missing? Oh. Oh, hey Grace.
What?
24, 23, 7, 7 and 5. Don't you mean 75? Mother says she'll teach me numbers, father will do letters, then they'll let me get back to work. I'll stake the cemetery and count the dead, count them, and then write it down. That's fine. If that's what I need to do to go back there, I'll do it. Mother? Father? My foster parents, Alexander and Katerina. The governor's family took me in. So they adopted you too now. So they adopted you too now. It never ends. Says the guy who picked up two random kids. What do you mean? I had a different daughter before. And? Forget it. I'm happy you found each other. Okay. Someone's missing out there. Okay. Well, we're back, YouTube. I searched through someone else's playthrough and found out a couple things. One, there should be a person right here. Standing right where I am. I don't know who it is because in this playthrough that I skimmed through real fast, it looks like they had a lot of people die. Maybe they didn't save scum as hard as I did, or maybe they went through the first playthrough just straight through. The other thing I found out was that so Grace getting adopted by the Sabarovs. Apparently, if both the Sabarovs are dead and they're just reflections staying in their place, you could tell her they're both dead, and she'll be like, "So what?" It's Grace we're talking about after all. Okay, but anyway, I think I'm missing someone that's bugged because yeah, I actually still had the video pulled up. It's paused right now, but there's a reflection standing right to Georgie's right. And I know I got the right side because I'm looking at it, there's a reflection in front of him slightly to the right, so that's got to be Eva. And there's a reflection standing immediately to his right. So I think the game is just bugged. Anyway, we're gonna go talk to the last bunch of people, and maybe I failed to get an achievement for failing to say goodbye to everyone because my game's bugged. Maybe there's a save point I could click on. How much time has passed anyway? Not much. 15 minutes passed, but I don't know when the passage of time triggers because I've been running all around, and I only ever saw it like 12:20 and 12:35. Maybe time passes when I talk to each batch of people. Who knows? Am I going the right way? Yes. Yes, I am. And I have reason to believe that going to the theater will signal that at the end of the game. I'm just wondering what I missed. The game is incredible. I don't know if I want to go through it again. A lot of it makes it feel like you're playing a long, long series of chores. Stressful ones. There's so many points you could screw up. And it leaves me emotionally drained. Okay, so it wasn't Maria that was there. I wonder who was there then. Yeah, let's keep talking. Wait, why is Claire here again?
It wasn't me, I swear. Everyone's against me, but I'm guiltless.
I still don't like you, girl. See? All the mistresses are here. Isn't it a bit too crowded? It's perfect. Well, why are you here? If I try out save scumming, well, considering that I played through most of the game before and didn't realize I played through most of it, I thought I just played through like half of it. I feel like there would be a few more deaths, but that's it. And I would have probably failed to get my money at some point. But I mean, I still have nearly 30k in money. I've been sitting at nearly 30k for some time now. Actually, it's probably like 25k now. I just spent 4,000 on random clothing stuff. Just getting to know each other. Each came here seemingly spontaneously, each for her own reasons, spurred by her own thoughts. But in truth, we're getting to know each other. Alright, play mistresses. Can't see any harm in this game. Why do you have that ridiculous grin on your face? What are you looking at? Isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this why you preserve the town seeds? There will be a harvest soon. Won't be long. Fair enough. I want life to go on. So it does. You know, Ripper, you aren't such a bad person. You didn't even hesitate when you took that awful poison to protect the orphan girl. By the Crowstone, remember? That was very brave. So don't wander too far. We're still connected, you and I. There's a great deal ahead of us. It's nice to be appreciated. I'm still wondering about your evil clone back at the Termitary. And if I hadn't seen that video, I would never figured out that you may or may not have an evil clone. I don't even know what's going on still. So who's unaccounted for then? Let's see, did I have everyone? Let's look. Do. do 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 do. Stock. Ruben. I haven't seen Ruben. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, I haven't seen Ruben. Weird. Here's Maria, looking at a statue of her mother, perhaps?
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch, smooth as bone, leave it alone.
That was the cutest I've ever heard your voice, lady. And then you go back to that dour expression of yours. Everyone on the list apparently is capable of saying it randomly. So beautiful. Sometimes stone seems useless. Anything's better than stone. Wax, silk, glass, stone is for the tone deaf. But occasionally it shines, even in this crude configuration. I think this is the first time you haven't yelled at me. Why have you come? People often visit mistresses, and here. Oh, be silent. Why do you keep talking to me? Why do you think you're allowed to? No one dared harass mother like that, but people like you are drawn to me. How can I teach you a lesson? Nina never shied away from people. But you see, mother, this is precisely what makes it interesting. I don't want to move to the other side of the Gorkin. It's too easy to step over the pass. I don't like things too easy. There's still so many people like this one here. Rough and dirty, ready to be pressured into diamonds. All I need is a forge. Thanks, beautiful. I like you too. And you know, mother, that forge is me. Sometimes I wake with a burning in my chest, and the sky becomes crimson. In that very moment, if I kiss someone, they can see it too. It's true. Though I must admit, the first person I tried that on got insomnia and died a week later. But I'll try harder next time. Crimson. Yes, Nina was dark, but you're crimson. Yeah, you're right. In that dream, I did notice two changelings. And, you know, there are times I'd like to think I'm a bit more perceptive than most, but I probably would have noticed that detail, and then it probably would have faded from my memory. Especially if I spread out the episodes as much as I've been doing for this playthrough, you know, like trying to play it twice a week for a couple hours each episode. Yeah, spreading out this far apart, I probably would have forgotten that detail repeatedly. I probably would have forgotten the details of the conversation at the Crowstone, where there were supposedly two of them, because you never actually see them running this game. The most they do is walk in place like that, and even that's extremely rare. But yeah, then there's like two here in this final sequence. There are two in the classroom. That whole classroom scene, though, I probably more than the two changelings, because you only talk to one of them, and the other one won't talk to you. And I don't know if they say different things. But more than that, I'll probably remember Laura teaching the kids how to eat a person. And I'll probably remember Denkovsky being put in the corner like a naughty kid. That part will probably stick with me. Anyway, how you doing, Con?
I'm fraying at the seams.
You're always so untimely, with all due respect, Doctor. I don't know what to make of Con. He is a rude little punk, but at the same time, he's respectful. It's bizarre. Although, I've been told in the past that you should not use the phrase, with all due respect. Because when you say it, like, let's say you're in the military and you say it to a commanding officer, starting with all due respect is basically saying, hi there, sir, F you, and this is why. I'm sorry about your tower, Casper. I had utmost respect for your father, Master Burak. We weren't friends, and neither will I be your friend. But respect is possible. It's up to us. What do you plan to do now? Capella plans, not me. We do everything together from now on. Ask her. So she's in charge. Somehow I'm not surprised. It's weird. They talk almost as if they're crushing each other, and almost as if they're just bound by fate. Like they really are being strangled by the red string of fate. Anyway.
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch, smooth as bone, leave it alone.
Should I be concerned? I've seen multiple characters say it. I think I only remember Sticky saying it, and I don't know if it's even in this series of recordings because I save scummed. But Victoria said it when I greeted her. Maria said it when I greeted her. Taya said it when I was just looking up at her feet. I wasn't staring at her feet. She was just sitting way up there on the stone. I'm really very grateful to you, Artemy, for what you've done. You did everything right, guiding this town towards the future. I'll always be glad to return the favor, however I can. She keeps using the name Artemy. Very, very few characters in this game do that. You speak so politely, like we're strangers. I know you can't help but mourn the losses, but you preserve what was most crucial, the Erdurg. Because the Erdurg is us, people, children. We'll grow and build a new town. Better, more balanced. You're already building it. Yes, you're right, Artemy. Where will you begin? I'm Mayor Casper. The Canes and the Oglimskis will unite. The Polyhedron, the Bull Enterprise. Those were all cruel machines geared to produce utopias. Factories that process people into ideas. But we'll make a world where people's bones aren't crushed under our lofty words. Well, the Canes and the Oglimskis have united, and the Sabrovs have no kids. Interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering about that. I forgot, was Victoria always her name? Because I only noticed it once she said that she'd be a new mistress. I seem to recall her mother's name was Victoria too, or am I remembering that wrong? I always knew her as Capella, but I'm pretty sure that's a nickname at this point. See. But you don't love Khan. She was constantly worried about him, and he was constantly worried about her, so I don't know. And you don't like me, yet we'll be allies anyway. Not true. I admire you.
Guests are always welcome here.
That's what the cemetery always says. You're always welcome here. Let's see. This was the nice one, right? Where's Nina's grave? Can I desecrate it? No, we're not gonna do that. Oh, okay. You know what? That makes sense. That does sound like something that would be said, but I couldn't remember that detail. Anyway.
If you pay what you owe, what you're worth, you'll know.
You guys are actually staying next to each other. It's kind of amazing.
Swine. Beasts. I should never have indulged their whims.
The voice I use for him I've been fairly consistent on, but it's very different from what his actual voice is. No, my boy. Life's not over yet. Not over. Only luck's broken. But we will start anew. We will rebuild it. Same as before? Before? No. The past is in the past. Buried. Yet she lives. She's buried, but hasn't passed away. I'll follow her legacy. Coming here every day, listening to her advice. Where will you start? I'll start with myself, my boy. With myself. My 7th decade is just around the corner. Now's the time. Dude, you do not look like you're in your 60s. Just look at the color of your eyebrows. Look how many few wrinkles you have. Like, heck, I want to say I have a deeper wrinkle than this thing running across your head. Fair enough. Wait, but if you're in your 60s, dang. How old are your kids?
If you want a house of cards to stand, you'll have to breathe softer.
Sorry, I'm a heavy mouth breather.
What must be done, must be done. No matter how hard it is.
Mother would have approved of my ideas. She loved people. I don't. But I do believe that, when treated with respect, they return in spades. Economic growth is based on human dignity. And dignity is a word that we haven't heard too often around these parts. Can you tell me more about your mother? No, I don't think the words to describe her exist in any human language. Care, protection, concern, warmth, regard, tenderness, love. This is stupid. And wrong. Wrong. Personally, I've never been too close to her, you know? I guess you could even say that I was the only person who did not love her. But it can't be denied that she was the safeguard of this town. She held it together. I hardly remember her. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. The episode is going to end pretty soon. Just gotta hit up the theater after this, I think. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. See you around, maybe. I never loved my mother, but some things she taught me well. Particularly that care is a very smart behavioral strategy. Respect and dignity are the concrete that will hold our new economic foundation together. What's your plan then? I'll start with simple things. An 8-hour workday, forbidding child labor, insurance, benefits for disabled workers, better pay. Is that it? Is that not enough? In your place, I'd be more concerned about the commercial landscape. I know. I've thought about that too. Listen, Borak, would you like to become my assistant? I'll need people to implement my ideas, especially people like you, people from the kin. What do you say? No, Vlad. I'm a doctor, not a manager. My job is different. Also, there's the issue that the kin don't quite respect me in this playthrough. I mean, they don't respect you in any playthrough, but maybe at the end of a playthrough they respect you. That's it then. I accidentally put a marker on the map. But I can't figure out why Ruben isn't showing up there. You know, maybe Ruben bugged out because I never managed to do his little quest. So every time I went to visit him, he was always just passed out in his bed. Nope, we don't need herbs. Don't need freaking herbs. Let's just go. And the theater is thankfully pretty close by. Can I jump? I found a lot of stones I didn't know I could jump over that I actually can jump over. Here in the scene of the epilogue. It wasn't 12 days after all. It was 11. Actually, there was one more person that's kind of unaccounted for. The general. Aglaya, I think I know where she's supposed to be. She's gone. I should have tried to escape with her. Should have tried. It just felt weird somehow, you know? The idea of running away with someone that late in the game. Early on, sure, but at that point, he's pretty much committed. He's like, I've taken on my father's legacy. These are the kids he took care of. These are the kids I will take care of. Even if they don't see me as a father like they saw him, I will take care of them. And that was his pushing motivation, I think. In addition to trying to save the town simply because he's a doctor, but, you know, that was kind of a hopeless cause. So at the very least, he wanted to save the kids. Alright, Mark. Let's see if I can do that one voice consistently again. I don't remember what voice I used for you early on, but I do remember someone saying my voice to you did sound like Stewie Griffin.
This is all a retread, isn't it?
It is. Look who's here. Time to get real then. You wanted to come round. Let's see what worked. So, what do you think? Are you back? I don't think anything. Who are you? I'm dead tired. Who are you? Why do you ask? Who are you? The man who tore this pet town apart and bound it back together. Where are you? Back here. I came round, I guess. I was desperate at first. I thought we'd failed utterly. Like the astronomers of old, you know? The eclipse is short. It ends in the blink of an eye, and we missed the chance to observe and calculate everything we needed. And the next opportunity is a century out. Observe what? Calculate what? Humanity, their limits, their struggle to conquer death. This play wasn't the best. A flop, honestly, but it wasn't useless. I see much clearer now. I know how to improve it. The next show will be better. So there'll be another performance. Of course, the show must go on. Why? Wasn't this one torturous enough? We chose the wrong hero. Someone who didn't fear death at all. Disrespectful, crude, and flippant. We'll use a different archetype next time. A person obsessed with the idea of defeating death. Death's nemesis, so to speak. Someone who has studied it. Good luck with the smartass. Danilo Dinkowski will surely win. Death cannot be defeated, but it can be overcome. Not by prolonging life, no. The Struberg method is ridiculous and stupid. People aren't yet strong enough to bear their own eternal hell, or rid themselves of it. That's not how you overcome death. We found the true way. I'm all ears. How many of you were there? The actors who played the Haruspects. Well, honestly, there were 7 of us. I died 6 times. There were 7 of us. Although, there would be 8 if you count the guy who didn't look anything like Artemy, didn't act anything like Artemy, had his own name, and apparently came on the stage because the director, presumably you, decided to abandon the script. None. Where was the real Haruspects? Wow, these are thought-provoking things. Round somewhere on his own, he belonged to history, or just a story, and in case you knew about his adventures beforehand. You planned them. Gradually, the actor became in. They would only act the part while replaying a section and become hardspecs upon unlocking new events. When one died, another took their place. The lines made of small segments could be infinite, if not lengthened with. I don't know. They all most, if not all, of these sound kind of pretentious in its own way. He belonged to history, or just a story. In any case, you knew about his adventures beforehand. You planned them. How does one overcome death? They transcend the self. That's what the sandpaths try to do. Depersonalize us. The body's susceptible to death, as is the self, as is any being trapped within his bounds. They invite death the way a lantern invites insects. But that which is broken to many bodies, many cells, many perceptions, that thing can resist it. This is an interesting analogy. A being trapped in its bounds invites death the way a lantern invites insects, but the lantern kills the insects, not the other way around. Or at least so I thought. Maybe each insect that crashes into it reduces its lifespan, its functionality, I don't know. But this doesn't solve the death of the physical body, and bodies matter. Even towns have bodies. Even people who become towns do. I have been in a multitude of shapes before I assumed a consistent form. As an ancient poet once said, who are you? I'm Artemi Barak. Our work here is done. You can go to the dressing room and take off the costume. Remember the place? It's where you started. Good luck, and thank you for taking place in our daring experiment. I kind of like this one. Another trap? I don't want to choose a door. What if I stay here in the theater? Maybe even take your place? Would you like that, dear Mark? I don't know if I want to stay. Well, I mean, Artemi would want to go back to the town, I think. This act has worn a little thin, I guess. Great game, but it's been draining. And I don't know if the fact that I've been playing it in segments of stream makes it better or worse. Whatever the case, I actually beaten this game, and I've clocked in an alarming amount of hours in this one, compared to the rest of my Steam library. Let's see. It's all over anyway. This choice is meaningless. I'm sure it actually is. I thought I saw him on the list of names earlier. Or maybe I didn't. The nerves, huh? The nerves is such a big section compared to the others. Dang. Alright. Dressing room, where are you at? Let the credits roll, I guess. The leave icon's still there. Why? Thank you for the performance. You are free now. But I'm not free of the prompt. Oh, there we go. Are we gonna see actual credits? What the heck? No credits? Well, I'll hit the credits button myself. Man, thoughts about the game. This game is still the most unnerving game I've played. Maybe the fear factor wasn't that extreme. Maybe it wasn't the hardest game I've played. It definitely wasn't the hardest game I've played. They didn't have much in the way of jump scares, which is good. I feel like a real horror masterpiece doesn't rely on jump scares. They can feel pretty cheap at times. Huh, they actually used motion capture attack here. But it was interesting, it was intriguing. I don't know how they would have done it differently, but I did feel like near the end, like I was getting... Well, I guess it was common throughout the whole game, actually. If I stepped back and took a look at any point, I'd be like, they're telling me to do all these things, but it feels like the game would go on even if I didn't. And I always wondered, what exactly would I be affecting if I didn't go through and actually do those things? Like I mentioned earlier, the Kier. What if I hadn't gotten the Kier? Just 7 doses of it. But what would happen if I didn't have it? Other than that, I'd risk people dying, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, what else did I accomplish? I got the key here, I worked at the hospital, but that was more a money earning scheme than anything else, really. One point they told me to fight into the termitary, but I didn't do that. It's amazing that there are these all voice actors? I didn't see at the beginning. Not motion capture, right? Voice actors? They didn't have a lot in the way of voices. Yeah, I mean, they're voices. Wow. A lot of these are one-word names or like we see initials. There was one earlier that looked like it was a username of sorts. The Haruspecs. And Victor Kane. Story was intriguing. Some of these quotes, I don't know they really stick with me that much, but I think they're worth remembering. Some interesting phrases here and there. In particular, the item description was stellar. The way they phrase things, it reminds me a little bit of Dark Souls, except Dark Souls is... the style is different. The pretentious nature seems the same, but let me think. Well, I'm thinking of like the Souls-like games. There was something like just at the tip of my memory. I want to say it was Sekiro. They'll say little things that I cannot remember and I can't seem to even get close enough to explain. But they'll say something like, let's see, in Bloodborne, they'll say stuff like that a hunter of hunters wears feathered clothes to symbolize sky burial. I don't wonder why those names are circled. Symbolizes sky burial, and you know there'd be little implications like that one. That one's not like some kind of analogy, not a metaphor. It's not something too crazy. Yeah, that was probably a poor example, but they say things sometimes that implies stuff about what people think of things. Yeah, okay, so I can't find a good example in that game, but for example, in this game, bread, they'll say stuff like the not just fresh bread, but toast. They'll be like stale bread isn't good, it doesn't breathe. Or say something else is not alive, even though it's an item that was never alive in the first place. Things like that. And here are all the backers. Wow, lots of names. We're still only in the A sections. Of course, for a game like this, of course there'd be lots of names. But yeah, just those little things when it says it doesn't breathe or stuff like that, you know, implying weird things about these items. It's like it's toast. Of course it's dry. The moisture is just kind of gone. Either that or it becomes like soft and mushy and kind of disgusting. Like if I had to eat old bread, I'd rather it be tough than squishy. Squishy is bad implications. Yep. See, for the characters, a lot of characters piss me off in this game. But you know what's interesting? I feel like I'm always complaining about characters in works of fiction. Whether it's movies, video games, TV shows, whatever. And there's a lot of people that piss me off in games. I feel like here, I think there's very few characters that I directly, like, hated. Usually it was just like, come on dude, stop getting in my way. And the general people, like, you know, the nameless people who would go on these weird, illogical rants, because logic for them, common sense for them is a little different. Some of those people I really disliked. Like, come on, the whole thing about the game starting because some guys jumped a dude coming off the train. Like, you got there after Isidore died, and they still blame you for it. Although the devs are aware of this, at least to some extent. It's not like so many other stories where something stupid happens and they just expect you to just take it as fact. Here, The devs would occasionally point out things. Like when you talk to the reflections, and that guy was like, I was so stupid, the killer would be getting on the train, not off it. Like, they know that the characters are being dumb. Eh. That reminds me of a weird detail. I think I talked about in the past, but we never really saw the bodies, both of Simon Kane and Isidore Burak. Isidore was buried at least. But there was at one point where it was implied that the sand pest is what killed them. Which is weird because all that blood we saw in Isidore's place, and it feels like it would be fairly obvious whether they were killed by a disease or a weapon. I don't think they quite have the tech yet in this world to weaponize a disease. I don't know. Maybe they could. Maybe if all the red stuff on the walls was actually like I don't know, incubating form of the disease. If it was all that like black soot but in concentrated form, yes, I guess you can scrape some of that, put it into a jar, and you could use that to weaponize it. But if that was the case, I don't think people of this era would consider it murder if they obviously died of a disease. So that's a very curious thought. The strangeness of this game was definitely the strongest point. I mentioned the item descriptions, but even things like the reflections, the worms. Artemy just goes through it, and it's just like, eh. I feel like in pretty much any modern game, if you ran into things like this, if your character doesn't freak out upon seeing them for the first time, it would probably be like, I don't see these guys anywhere else. It's just in my hometown. But Artemy never gives any indication of that, or the opposite of that. There are rare times when he thinks aloud, well, other than the thoughts page, or the things page, whatever it was. Actually, things was actually his inventory, right? So other than his thoughts in the journal, basically, you barely ever see him speak. But never once does he get all weirded out about these guys just wandering everywhere around the town. Which I wonder if that implies that he sees them other places. The reflections I can believe because no one else seems to be able to see the reflections. But the worms, those are a little stranger. People do seem to interact with them. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to think about that. Of course, if I could figure out this whole game, then that would take away a lot of the appeal. I'm not quite that smart, and there are things that are outright said that I will somehow miss. But it's nice kind of analyzing parts of it, and I wonder if I'd thrown out enough of my analyses, or if I kept too many of them in my head because I was still trying to piece them together. Or maybe I failed to piece them together because I'm talking too much and not thinking hard enough. I mean, I'm thinking about like my next move. Like, I didn't point out the time. I did point it out sometime afterwards, though. When we went into Alongo, we went through a door on ground level. But it was implied we ended up deep underground. Or no, it kind of felt like we were running around the mountain. And then we jumped off into a giant pit and then deep underground and follow a ladder all the way up to the well. So instead of, ripping out the giant spike or trying to figure out a way to drill down to the ground, I feel like we could have climbed down the well or go back through that door. But we couldn't, so there was clearly some weird mythological BS going on. Mystical BS. The connotation is slightly different for those two words. And Aglaya, what happened to her? I just don't know. I just don't know. Should have gone with her. Should have checked out her fate. Knowing this game, they wouldn't let us leave anyway. Although after 10 days, just saying F it to the town and bailing, I kind of see that. It just felt so out of character, that's all. Like the director said, when you're on the stage, you take on their role. You are them. So it feels weird to break away from it purposely. Oh, the part about how he couldn't lift up his arms to hug Laura, I honestly thought that was an ending, but we didn't really get much of an ending cinematic. I want to say the first game actually did have an ending cinematic. So what happened here? I wonder if I screwed up because I didn't walk out that door back to town. I just walked through the door that led out of the place. Oh, I think I did screw up. The day is over. A new pantomime is rehearsed at the theater. Whoa, what the frick? It didn't look like there was much, but it looks like I was supposed to head out the door. Let's see if I could actually have that choice still. Alright, YouTube, we're back. I'm just gonna speed through this real fast. A couple final thoughts, though. There was no one in town except the three randos at the pub. So that was kind of interesting. I feel like there's nothing here. So, I mean, because there's no point in you interacting with stuff like killing people or whatever. No point to doing that stuff anymore. To looting, even though they still let you loot. All the choices seem the same. Yep. Also, the rat that I released on my third death, I believe, it never came into play again. I wonder if it was supposed to. I think I mentioned that earlier, though. And now he's on the list, and everyone gets removed off infected. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. He was supposed to show up here on the nights where there was no pantomime, but there was pantomime theater every night. Odd. Alright, last look at the horror specs. Just kind of staring with his weirdly sullen expression. The kids are still around. The future of the town is preserved. Wait, did the kids just phase out of existence? They're blinking out of existence. What's going on? There's a structure that's in the way. The giant mass on the theater. Then we pan up to the sky. Alrighty. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Hope you all had some fun. Stay safe, and maybe I'll see you around. Until then, goodbye.